Alright, this is the first video, hopefully of not too many videos, and the noise you hear in the background are my children watching Monsters Incorporated, so don't mind that. This is the slide we left off with last week. Make sure you know the difference between fixed and variable costs. Make sure you know that fixed cost plus variable cost equals total cost. This is a new set of notes. Got some practice problems here. When firms have to consider the optimum level of production, what I mean by that is how much should they produce? Because every firm, from Amazon on down to the smallest company in Woodstock, they can only produce so much of the good or service that they provide. And so some of the things that they use to consider how much they should produce is something known as marginal cost and marginal revenue. And if you can remember from Friday's class, marginal, anytime you're trying to find marginal, it's change over change. So if we would start with marginal cost here on the left, marginal cost involves total cost and the change in total cost divided by the change in whatever you're producing. So if this company was starting with one good or service, their total cost at one is $10. If they want to increase production from 1 to 2 units, the total cost increases by 8. So the marginal cost is 8 because 18 minus 10 is 8. Divided by 1 would be 8. If you look at the third good or service there, the third unit, it's increasing from 18 to 27 when you go from the second to third unit. So the marginal cost is a difference of 9. Marginal cost is 9. The marginal cost for the fourth unit would be 12. 39 minus 27 is 12. That's always change in total cost divided by change in output. Marginal revenue is a little different, where marginal revenue is the change in total revenue. You might be wondering, okay, well, what's total revenue? We haven't learned that. We'll get to that in a second. But again, you're just looking at the change in total revenue divided by the change in quantity. Notice that this is always the same because here the price is the same. So every time you're selling something, it's times the quantity you're selling it at, and whatever the change in total revenues would be your marginal revenue. So far you should know what diminishing marginal returns are. It's when your marginal product is decreasing. The additional worker you're hiring is not producing as much as the last one. Make sure you know how to determine marginal product, how to determine marginal revenue, and marginal cost. And in this section, what it deals with is what's known as a break-even point. And I'm just going to go through this quick. I'll let you guys write this down on your own. To find revenue, which is something I mentioned just briefly before, it's total output times the price sold. So let's say McDonald's sold 10,000 hamburgers at $3 a burger. You would take 10,000 times 3, and that would be their total revenue. That doesn't mean they're keeping all of that, though, because they have to pay their bills with it, they have to pay their workers, they have to pay for the beef itself. So to find how much they can actually keep, that's profit. So to find out whatever profit is, it's total revenue minus the total cost. Profit is what you're keeping. So profit is the important one. A company could be making millions of dollars in revenue, but if their costs are $5 million, then the company's profit is probably going to be negative. So what I'd like you to do now, you should know total revenue, total cost, profit, and then the marginals. Marginal revenue, marginal cost. And what I need you to do, I mentioned here, that if you go to assignments, there is, right down here, cost of production. And there's 2 production cost worksheets that look like this, which I passed out on Friday. You can do that one if you still have it. Otherwise, it's right here for you. You can make a copy of it and do it right in your Google Drive, as well as this one. I am making a video, Cam. I am enriching the lives of my economics students. This one right here, I multiplied it. You only have to do it once. The same one is below. So do those. Take a picture of them. Upload it to the assignments under cost of production, so that I could see via picture that you did it. And then on Tuesday, I will post an answer key, and we'll keep on keeping on. So email me with questions, and I will talk to you soon. Hope everybody's hanging in out there. See ya.